Alright, we are definitely hitting record for, I think this is the third time now. Alright, so we began last session. You guys were in a cave that you had been exiled to because Kalain had attempted a coup on Pirate Town and failed, as he is wont to do. While you guys were sitting around waiting, figuring out what to do next, Kalain rushed in and said that he had a plan. That there was a shipwreck on Bulwark Island, or one of the southern islands, he said, and that he needed you to get the supplies. He also said that the captain of Pirate Town has a weapon called the Wave Cleaver, which you also need, because he says it will allow you, and by he I mean Kalain, says it will allow you to cut through the surf. So, following your feline overlord, at least in his eyes, you rushed to the south where you heard a song. And by you, I mean, I think 2 of 3 of you. I don't believe Snaggle.
I did not hear
Snaffle.
it.
Snaffle, man. It's not Snaggle. It's not Snapple. It's Snaffle.
Okay,
Could be
honest
Snapple.
question. Would it be easier and more appropriate to call him Snaggle?
Absolutely not. I am just having new name blues. I'll get used to it.
Fair enough.
So you rush down. Everybody but Snaffle heard a song. You delve through your memories. I believe, was this Marlene? Were you the one who dug through your memories, or was it...
I think it was me.
Yes, somebody dug through their memories. And they came up with a vague sense that this was a harpy, that they had heard this song before. So you rush to the beach, where you find an alcove, and you set up a trap using illusion magic. And you lured the harpies in. It was a masterful plan. It worked beautifully. And you murdered all of them, gathered the supplies, the loot. There's a Stone of Good Luck, which I do believe our man Coop has, and a +1 scimitar, which Snaffle took. Sadly, Marlene has yet to claim anything.
That's all good.
You did find a bigger, better boat that you tied the coffin boat to, however, and you sailed/rowed back to your outcast cave. And with you sailing back to that cave, that's where we kind of ended the session. Is that about right? Give or take?
Yep. And no bloopers happened at all.
Yep, definitely no bloopers. Alright, go ahead and have a point of inspiration, my friend.
Yay.
Yay!
It's easy going, getting back to the cave. The skies of the ethereal expanse are clear, casting their void in strange twilight light down onto the floating rocks and this puddle of star stuff you're so strongly cleaving through in this new ship of yours. Your other ship, a pirate pirate-themed coffin pontoon ship behind you, is just kind of being dragged along in the waves as you make your way back, spoils in hand. You navigate the reef, enter the secret entrance to this cave that Kalain had found some weeks past, and tie your new boats, well, your new boat and your old boat, to shore against a few outward rocks near the sort of sandy, rocky shore of this inland, of this little cave, this little sea cave. It's dark, it's quiet, and no one is here to greet you.
I guess he got bored.
Is he still sleeping?
Kalain!
Coop just kind of scoots forward and kind of looks around, and immediately a rock falls from the ceiling and hits him on the head. Just
Oh, he's gonna be out for a couple hours.
oh, he's not knocked unconscious. He's just like, what the? Boom! Just slams on his head. He's kind of looking around, starry-eyed, just kind of mumbling them to himself, moving his fingers. There's only two of you, so we can't really afford to lose Coop right now. So, and I can't do his accent, so I need a way to explain my bad version of Coop's accent. So he gets hit in the head with a rock. And he's going to speak with my accent for this session.
Amazing. Spectacular.
And by my accent,
That way.
I mean the Fifth Despair's accent. Right, that was totally not righteous, bro. What the hell? Looks up at the ceiling. And
I look up at the ceiling to make sure Kalain isn't there.
you look up at the ceiling, nestled between a few... Is it stalagmites that are down or tights? Either way, through some appropriately positioned stalags, you could kind of see a nook where there is a curled up ball of fur next to something shiny. The rock definitely fell from that nook, probably when Kalain shifted, but he is still asleep. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Marlene.
Okay.
Yeah,
22.
the third eye opens.
Hell yeah.
You can see a few details. The fur around Kalain's maw is still wet and pasted to his flesh. The potion is empty, having only been... Not empty, it's like half empty, and it's recently been haphazardly closed. Roughly. Probably the person who tried to close it probably didn't have opposable thumbs. So it was a very clumsy attempt, and the bottle's all scratched and kind of marred because of that, and there seems to be a folded piece of paper that the bottle is also sitting on. Though all of this is happening about 15 foot up in an alcove on a wall. Surrounded
Mage
by
hand.
stalags. Immediately, Mage Hand. What are you picking up with Mage Hand?
I'm taking the paper.
Well, you got the 10-pound Mage Hand? You got the...
Let me look at Mage Hand Ledger Man.
Yeah, because I think it doubles it, so I'd like...
Classes.
I'm just gonna see if you could pick up everything, or if you could pick up everything but the cat, basically.
Alright, so Mage Hand Ledger Man, when you cast Mage Hand, you can cast it as a bonus action. It's invisible, I can control the hand as a bonus action, and I can make sleight of hand checks so that I
Okay,
do
so
not yet think I have the thing that makes things lighter. Or
Okay, I
makes it
remember.
carry more.
Yeah, I remember what it is. It's the telekinesis feat that used to do that. That doubled it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so you're picking up the letter?
Yep.
Alright, so your mage hand invisibly goes up, just pries the letter out from underneath the bottle. The bottle tips, falls onto its side, clatters. Kalain rolls over, exposes his belly. Doesn't wake up. None of the potion spills. But the letter is now floating before you, unfurled in your mage hand, and you're, I presume, reading it?
Yes, out loud.
This is old, salt-stained paper. Scavenged, ripped. Somebody might have tried to use it as just like a wrapper for some food at some point, but either way, it now serves as a note. And you can almost hear Kalain's voice when you read the long, loopy, overly elegant, yet still somewhat clumsy handwriting. My dears, if you've come back and I'm still sleeping in my bed, do me a favor and drink a little bit of this potion and come and save me, please. Yours truly, XOXO, Kalain, Overlord of Pirate Town, Lord of Osnails. Esquire.
Well, looks like he's in a little bit of a dream pickle. He can get out of it himself, right?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
gonna mage hand the potion over to myself and uncork it.
You immediately just like your mage hand goes up, picks up the overly geometrical. It's almost like a brutalist vial. This thing. It looks like it's plucked straight out of like Soviet architecture. And this potion bottle just looms at you with just half filled with what looks to be liquid silver.
Now I'm wondering if this is actually some kind of dream potion or if he's just drinking mercury.
It does look a lot like mercury. Though not as
Alright.
not as heavy. No, I don't know. I should probably make you have a roll for that because I don't know how much. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Snails do some weird stuff. You know what mercury is.
Listen, my int is like good.
Oh yeah, you definitely know. Yeah, it looks like mercury, but it's not as dense or as heavy, and you can tell that just by kind of sliming the container.
Alright, so we probably should go and help him, but I don't want him to wake up and think that we didn't have the mind to put him in his place a little bit.
Fair enough.
Do we put his paw in a cup of water, shave him, or do we paint all over his fur?
Valid options. I would say the cup of warm water.
Alright then. I'm gonna mage hand the cat down to us. Oh no, I bit my slinky. Sorry.
Did you say you bit your slinky?
Bent. B-E-N-T.
Oh, it sounded like you said bit. I was like,
Oh no!
well, if you're hungry, go grab a snack.
That would be bad for my teeth, probably.
Oh my god, that sounds like the intro to an old-timey insult. It's like, you slinky biting X, like, insert
Yep.
thing.
You
We should
cootie
use
queen.
You slinky biting floozy.
that. I forgot I did all of this. Hold on. No, but I'll mage hand the cat down, and then we can put his paw in a cup of warm water.
So there's this kind of funny moment where you're like, your mage hand grabs Kalain, because he's pretty close to a ledge. It's not like a large kind of hollow he's in. And grabs him, and 5 pounds is just enough to kind of like pull him off the ledge, but not enough to really hold him. He's more than 5 pounds. It's this interesting,
That's fun.
this interesting thing where you just like pull, and your mage hand like tries to hold it, and it lasts for like just a split second. And you can see it struggling before the magic just poofs, and it disappears into like 100 little fairy lights before Kalain thuds heavily onto the floor. Your spell's not over.
Mage hand is 10 pounds. Is he more than 10 pounds? It says 10 pounds on here.
He's 10.1. No, okay, look, I'm just gonna Google average cat. We're gonna let Google decide this, shall we?
It depends on the cat.
He's got wings!
And
He's
I'd
probably
be at the
about
bottom
12.
ready to catch him.
But then again, you could also argue hollow bone, so we'll see. You know, I'm gonna Google average Tressum weight. Not explicitly stated. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, I wouldn't
you know what?
mind him just
8.8,
falling.
8.8 to 11 pounds. It's been a hard couple of months. Even for Tressums, we're gonna say Kalain is a little on the thinner side. He's had to skip a few meals, a few treats here and there. So we're gonna roll that back. So instead of disappearing into a lot of little fairy lights, your mage hand struggles to hold him, drops him for a little bit, then kind of like goes down and catches him by the scruff of his neck, and then, now stable, drags the sleeping Kalain and sets it into the edge of your slime puddle.
Yep, and then put his paw in warm water.
He like instinctively curls up, his paws in the water, his wings are like covering his head, shielding him from whatever twilight might leak in from the outside world. But his paw is in water.
Alright, so now that we've got that settled, I guess we all take a drink of this potion.
Might as well.
I'm all
Alright,
for
so-
doing new kinds of experiences, bro.
All
I
right,
figured
so that
you would be, Coop.
I guess that means you're going first, Coop.
Wait, I don't like this, right? Like, you guys have to
You're the
understand.
one.
Look, righteous, I understand. But look, listen to me. I'm the one bringing Mother Maddie's light to this place, right, bro? Like, just saying. Righteous.
I'm
Snaffle over here might just need to go first.
Alright, fair enough.
I guess Snaffle first then.
All right, Snaffle, you pop the cork. And immediately, this wonderful smell, like, hits you. It kind of smells like your happiest moment. Whatever that may be, just let that sink. It's just warm. Whatever makes Snaffle the happiest, whether it be blood and entrails or warm and cozy thoughts, we'll see.
The first harvest of the garden.
The scent full of cucumbers, tomatoes, and other more magical fruits. You can almost taste them. With the sip of this potion, maybe you could.
It's wonderful.
See, it's wonderful. I think that means that you're good to go next, Coop.
Right, okay. I'll go second, right? Alright, Snaffle, you drinking the potion, sir?
Yep.
Alright. The not quite mercury enters your mouth, and it tastes like the first tomato of a season, like a fresh root. Everything you've grown to love. You're already asleep by the time your head hits the floor. Coop just kind of dives in and saves the potion, and kind of looks at him, looks at Marlene, looks back at Snaffle, looks back at Marlene. Right, rock, paper, shears for it, right?
All right, rock, paper, shears. By the way, I'm totally going to cheat at that. I'm totally going to cheat.
Make a sleight of hand check. You win. This, like, Coop's the kind of guy who, like, he just, he knows how to close his fist, and he knows how to hold a joint. But for some reason, that flat hand paper thing, he's never gotten it. Also, if you're listening to this, sorry for adding lore to your character, Ross. So
He's great at rolling papers, not using paper.
He's good. He's got rock down. He's got scissors down. So that makes it pretty easy. And all you do is just go rock. First time it's double rock. The second time rock scissors. 2 out of 3. You say sure. You go rock a third time. Scissors again. You got him. Hold on, let me double check with this man's intelligence. Oh, he's smart. So sorry for making him a little on the dumb side.
What's his int? Minus 16.
Less than yours.
Nice.
But not by a lot.
It's the reflexes that get him.
It is the reflexes. I guess I could keep here long. You know what? His passive perception's like great, 17, but it's not 23.
And he's always passive, man.
Ross isn't here, so I'll be passive. Alright, so after losing, he kind of sulks a little bit, and he kind of sniffs it. He sits down after having witnessed the fall that you just took. And as he sits down, he takes a sip. Raw, it smells like, tastes like, blump, gone. Immediately snoring. Already both of the Stale's bodies are slowly sort of drawing themselves into their shells. And that just leaves Marlene.
Now she takes it and she'll sniff it real fast, see what it smells like.
What is Marlene's favorite memory and the smell associated with it?
I would say first time she had did anything successful for the little guild that they have there. Her first successful heist. They had ale. They had all kinds of tasty greens. She remembers the scent of juniper berries mixed with mead. I might have played Skyrim a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mead mixed with juniper berries, and boy, is she going to down that.
And it tastes so wonderful. You can still remember the camaraderie, the smells, the tastes of that night. All the friends, all the claps on the back, the true sense of belonging and family.
The success.
The success. All you do is win, and then you're falling. And falling and falling into darkness. You can hear the sound of water, of a distant chant, the creaking of wood, the sloshing of waves, and a bitter, almost drug-like smell wafts over you. It's peaceful wherever you are, but you don't know why it's so dark.
None of us have dark vision, do we? We're halfling based.
No, this is one of my stupid, like, silly Dia moments where it's like nobody's opened their eyes yet.
Moo. Num num.
You all benefit from a long rest.
Beautiful.
Hooray!
I was worried about that for a minute. Not gonna lie.
Alright, now that we all got our stuff back. Coop kind of wakes up and stretches, kind of looking around. The darkness flees, leaving just this wonderful, idyllic grassland that runs right almost down like a straight line. You could see the border hand in hand with a watery bayou. Oh, he's just smiling. It's this strange meeting of biomes, realities, dreams, perhaps. Snaffle, you're the first one awake. And you were just dreaming of gardens. And now everywhere around you, vines and trees are growing. The smell of tomatoes. Little fairy lights, some winged, some not, flutter here and there.
And before Snaffle opens his eyes, am I back in my garden? And then he'll open his eyes.
You're not in your garden, but you're in a garden. The grasslands and the water have sort of swirled and become one. And everywhere these vines now fruit with flowers and strange vegetables. Coop is the second one to awaken. And color is added to the strange new world. Colors that you've never experienced and probably never will. It's drawn from Coop's drug-addled mind, the way he sees the world, the way he experiences his dreams. Water from the ground begins flowing back up to the sky, becoming strangely shaped clouds. It's still watery and wet, but it is not a bayou no more. It is just a simple wetland. Trees have now begun to sprung up, and as Marlene awakens, what does Marlene add to this dreaming world? Thinking of success, of victory. Perhaps the strongest and most relevant feelings to have when entering such a place.
Well, damn. Well. A meat house full of the sounds of revelry, of celebration. I think that would be probably the most apt thing, especially if the smell of mead is in the air. But otherwise, berry bushes everywhere. Juniper berry bushes, or whatever they grow on.
The trees that just a moment ago sprang forth from the muddy water of this wetland now scream and writhe as they are ripped root and stem from the ground, cut and battered into place, into boards, into timber, to take on the shape of a small, rotting mead hall that already starts to sink into this wetland, but everywhere is the smell of old, wet wood, of mead, and in the distance you can hear the gentle chuckling of old friends. Who here has the highest passive perception out of you two? I think that is going to... You're both 14, right?
Looks like that. Yeah, I'm 14.
I'm not going to do this to Coop, because Coop's not really here. But both of you go and just give me a wisdom save, please. Or a concentration
15?
check, whichever's best. 15's fine. As all of these conflicting dreams begin to swirl around you, the mead hall being rebuilt only to sink further into slip from Marlene's dream into Coop's dream, where it becomes the sunken thing only to be overgrown. It's just a strange, chaotic mix of three people's dreams, all trying to exist in the same place at the same time, and it is chaos. And it is quickly spiraling. And just as things are about to slip through your slimy little snail appendages, Marlene and Snaffle are both able to grasp at the edges just long enough to hold it together. And you hear, or you feel more so than hear, a proclamation as if the skies of the ground itself shakes and pronounces to the world, enough. And all this chaos that you've kind of created, this mixing of grass and wet, of all these trees constantly growing and dying and being ripped apart to build new freaking meat houses, all of this is just stopped. And once more this dream settles down into a marshy wetland. And where the meat hall once stood, those same boards and ripped up trees form a new structure. A giant hollow tree in the middle of this swamp you find yourself in. All of you now sitting on a little boat as you're looking up at what you could only describe as something. It's surrounded in halos of magic, covered in runes, fairy lights surround it. It is a being. But it is also just a hollow trunk. Hold on. Doesn't want to activate. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having a delay on Forge, so I don't know.
I see your mouse moving. That's
My
about
mouse
it.
I do
is-
too.
There we go. It wasn't letting me
Oh.
activate the scene. And so now the three of you stand on the shore of a wetland, gazing at this magical something. There's a presence to it. There's a calmness to it. And when it communicates with you, it is as if your mind is hearing an echo from a long distance away through a very, very, very dark tunnel, is the best way to describe it. It's faint, but it's there if you listen. I'm not going to try to mimic this because I want you to hear what I have to say. You three have tried to bring order here. You have failed. Why do you enter my dreamscape?
We're looking for our Tresson.
I do not know what that is.
Winged cat. Talks too much?
Entitled cat. With wings.
More so than usual.
You met many cats. They are all like this.
Fair.
Okay, but this one can talk, so it's a little bit more than usual.
And again, wings.
This massive moss and mushroom ridden tree stump looks down at you. The myriad of fairy lights swirling around it angrily. Well, not angrily, just excitedly, quickly, erratically. Do you know where you are?
No. Not a damn clue.
Then we will start there. Where do you think you are?
In a dream? I'm looking at Staffel like, huh?
I mean, that sounds about as good as my guess.
You think this a dream? Whose dream is it then? Is it yours? Is it mine? Or is it this winged cat's?
Not exactly sure how dreams work, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm just gonna say it's everyone's.
As you three are
Is there-
sitting in the boat,
Is there a plane of dreams?
exactly, my intelligent friend. You are not in a dream, you are in dream. Though you have not a key,
we're supposed to have a key?
Yes. But
All we had was a potion.
Then do you still have this potion?
Snaffle will look around. Marlene, do you have it?
Marlene's going to look on her person because she was holding it when she sat down and drank it.
All right, Marlene, you start patting your clothes. You start looking into the deepest, like hidden coveys, like your smuggling compartments in your shell, any place you would have put it, and you do eventually find something, but it's not a potion. It's a geometrically brutal, very, very blocky and brutalist key. Silver.
I have this.
Silver in composition, brutalist in nature.
You're starting to cut out again, bud.
Yep.
Forgive me.
We heard key, brutalist in nature, and that was about it for me.
I said silver in composition, brutalist in nature. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have this.
Then you have a key. Strange that I could not sense it.
My shell is made for hiding.
That it is. So you wish to find your Kalain. Why should I help you get him?
The faster you help us reach him, the faster he's out of your hair.
You think he annoys me?
He will.
You've never known a dead tree stump to laugh. But the sound is unnerving and unmimicable by a human throat, sadly. The whole plain seems to shake. The trees' leaves fall all the faster, and the fairy lights buzz. I have known far worse than your cat in my days. You have a key. I am the gate of dreams. You can enter me should you wish, though I cannot promise where you will end up. Now I ask again, is there a reason why I should help you locate your friend?
Well, we have to find him before we can leave, and then once we leave here, hopefully, we can leave the ethereal or wherever the hell we are, some astral sea place thing.
Go and give me an insight, Marlene. You too,
Right.
Snaffle. It's like Snaffle has an epiphany as he's like saying this. And then there's like the realization where it's like, oh, he wants to get paid. He doesn't care about our origin stories. The gate just wants to get paid. Takes 2 copper just to cross the river Styx. Golly knows what it takes to enter the realm of dream.
Is there something we can do for you? to make it worth your while?
The tree shakes. Its runic halo seeming to buzz and shift slightly as the shadows elongate. It's almost as if this dead thing is looming over you. Suddenly much more than it was a moment ago. There are many things I desire, but none of them you have.
Alright, then is there something you desire that we can get for you?
It's one of those things, what do you give the gate that has everything?
Mm-hmm.
It continues to loom down on Marlene. When you find your companion's dream, you will find in it something I desire. Bring it to me, and we have a deal. I will allow you to enter his dream. Should you not find it, then I will never allow you to cross my threshold again.
Can you be a little more specific as to what it is we're looking for, or what you want?
I do not know, but there is something there that I want. I can feel it in my bark.
Alright.
Alright.
I mean, that works for me. Marlene, are you okay with that?
Don't like it when clients are vague, but what can we do?
Either take the offer or give up on the cat?
That's what I meant. I'm taking the offer. What can we do?
Excellent. You may sail through my arch when you wish to continue. But know that a threshold goes both ways. You will not leave until I have what I desire. And with that, you could feel magic stir within this broken tree stump, as all of these fey lights seem to converge into a single point suddenly, and the mouth is aligned with nightmare.
Alright, I guess we row. Row our boat. To this fucking dream.
Alright, so you sail. Rowing your new boat with its little sail and its new oars, you glide into that nightmare portal. Into whatever waits beyond. We are going to go and take like a 5-minute break here if you guys don't mind.
Sounds good.
Hi.
Yep.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Marlene, you still there?
Yeah.
What the hell could a tree want? Sunlight? Seeds? Water?
Pruning?
Fertilizer?
He doesn't even know what he wants. He's sending us on a goose chase.
And to make it worse, it's a dream tree, so...
Mr. Dream Tree. Dream me a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kalain really worth it? Like, can we really not do this without Kalain?
Apparently, as part of our quote-unquote backstory, we did swear allegiance, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, Marlene thinks that despite the fact that he's an idiot, it's always the dumb ones who kind of lead, you know, shit always comes to the stupid ones, so, you know.
Correct.
Stick with him, something is bound to happen. You mentioned a giant tree, my brain went, Deku tree?
Link, my dude.
Everything's alright over on his end.
Sounded kind of like a potty break.
Probably. Either that or another hailstone broke his window again.
I hope not. That
Me
would be
too,
so
that would
unfortunate.
suck. No, it isn't unfortunate. This guinea pig wearing a knitted flower on its head.
That's funny.
I return.
Welcome back.
Look, welcome back.
Thank you.
I posted a guinea pig.
Oh, with a little hat, a little flower hat. I hear they do like. I hear they're like the most anxious pet though.
No, I had guinea pigs up until probably sometime during the pandemic when our last one passed. They are very anxious, but also if they hear you open the fridge, they will assume it's feeding time and they will scream.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. It's all about that.
It's all about
Lettuce.
that base.
Yeah. That lettuce, that cauliflower, that bell pepper. Really like bell pepper.
I mean, I do too, to be honest.
And the bell pepper's great, honestly. Stuffed bell peppers especially, like, oh my god.
I do like bell pepper, though I only like ripe bell pepper. I don't like green bell pepper. 'Cause I'm weird that way.
Sometimes color matters just as much as texture.
I just say I like ripe ones because the green ones are technically unripe. For some reason, they're just too bitter for me.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Interesting. Next time I make stuffed bell pepper, I'll remember that, and I'll get like a red one or an orange one or a yellow one.
I'd say that orange are probably my favorite.
Yeah, orange. I love the orange ones. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, it's kind of the same thing with jalapenos too. I think I could be proven wrong. I probably am wrong. Let's be honest. But Yeah, it's one of the reasons why green bell peppers are cheaper. It's just like, so you don't have to grow them so as long because they're not as ripe. Because I remember one time I bought like green bell pepper plants for my garden and I grew them, and they were only green until they ripened for a little bit,
Oh.
and then they were all of a sudden red, very red.
That's interesting. I'll remember that.
All right, shall we go and continue? Are you guys good to go?
Yep.
Alright. Alright. So you cross through the Nightmare Portal. All the familiar smells of gardens, of mead, and with juniper berries, of various psychedelics fade away into nothingness and is immediately just replaced with the smell, this oppressive smell of nature. Just everything is kind of this moldering bitter, mixed with bright acidic green that kind of burns your nostrils. Everything's just a little too aggro. Everything's too dark. The light in this area seems to come more from the ground than it does from the sky, as if the very grass illuminates in a... It's like a corpse light. It's like you look at something directly, and it doesn't look like it's lit, but it casts a glow. And that's what this whole realm, this nightmare you found yourself in. And sitting near a broken crossroads, near a wood line that can only be interpreted as hostile. Just everything is covered in thorns. You can hear distant chanting and angry snarls coming from it, and it is clear that this little fucking Tressym is just sitting in front of the road that leads into this dark forest and has lost the will to go. Like, you immediately know what happened. This Tressym that you've, for whatever reason, followed, put your faith in, is standing at this crossroads and has just been mustering, or attempting to muster the strength to continue for the entire time you've gone and got supplies. And he is some ways ahead of you. Just about a minute walk, give or take.
I wonder what the hell is wrong with Kalain.
A lot of repressed trauma, if I had to guess.
That's probably the long and short of it, yeah.
Right, well, that forest is, like, righteously creepy, dude. I have no interest in going in there at all. Takes a hit.
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say knowing our luck, whatever the fuck the Stomp wants is in that forest.
More than likely. More than likely.
Alright, but I don't have to, like going in there, right? It's totally okay if I just against this the entire time.
No, you don't have to like it.
Don't worry.
But
Don't worry, I'll be
probably have
quiet
to do
about
it.
it.
I don't know, I don't think any of us would lack it. It's just, ugh, we gotta do it.
Everybody kind of droops. At least Coop just kind of droops a little bit. Right. Begins to slowly snail his way over.
Also, we can be as loud and vocal about not lacking it as we want, because I don't like it either. And if Kalain's gonna come with us, I'm making it his problem.
He just kind of nods. Right, but I didn't want to make it your problem, right? I wanted to make it Kalain's problem. It's Kalane's problem, right?
Well, if we all collectively make it Kalane's problem, are we really making it each other's problem?
Coop just kind of nods. Pride totally identify as Kalane's problem right now. He picks up a rock, starts snailing towards Kalane. This would be a really funny moment if he had Magic Stone.
Right?
I had to check his spells, he does not. As you get closer to Kalane, or at least as Coop does, I don't know if you're all following Coop, but as you get closer to Kalane, you could kind of like see him fluttering his wings. He's stared focused on that forest. He doesn't even really hear you, and nobody's really trying to be quiet, at least Coop isn't. He's just, like, as you just get closer, you could just hear him kind of like meow, muttering under his breath. You can't really make out what he's saying. Give me a perception check.
Alright.
He's muttering like affirmations to himself, like, you can do this, you have this, Kalane. It's this little dark, creepy wood with a lot of monsters that chased you out a moment ago. What's the worst that could happen? Just get to the goddamn puddle and get the crown. You needed to get off the rock and claim your place as king. This whole time he still doesn't have no idea that you're there. He's clearly not going to notice you until, like, you, like, jostle him or, like, stand in front of him.
Hold on. I want to do something funny.
Don't scare the poor creature.
Why not? It would be funny.
Because he's clearly already scared enough. And we'll never get anywhere if we scare him even worse.
Alright. So, who wants to get his attention?
I would say normally Coop is the most comforting, but I'll do it.
Alright, so how do you get his attention?
I'll walk up to him, not trying to be quiet because I don't want to startle him. Just remind him, or like kind of slowly reach out to him. Kalane. Kalane. Hey.
Kalane just kind of blinks, like, turns towards you, and just, like, does the most horrifically, like, terrified cat yowl that, like, you've ever heard. It's, like, aggressive in the way that cat yowls are, but also terrified. As he jumps, like, beats his wings to get some distance. Like, clearly terrified. My god, I saw you! What are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead. I saw you die.
We're not dead. You're not dead. We're in some type of weird dream nightmare thing. And we need to get going.
My god, man, is that really... Look, last time I followed you into the forest, I nearly died, and I had to watch all of you bravely sacrifice yourself to save me. I'm not going to fall for that ploy again.
This is the first time we've been here. Well, us. I don't know how long you've been here.
Roll a persuasion.
My greatest stat.
It's enough.
Sweet.
He squints at you. He kind of walks over to you. Sniffs. Yes, I could smell myself on you. I could have smelled myself on the other snaffle, but yeah, that's clearly me. Rubs his chin against your shell. Yep, mine. Walks over to Marlene. Mine. Like, you know, rubs up against Marlene. Walks up to Coop. Mine.
He is just our annoying cat, isn't he?
Blaine the Great, quest giver extraordinaire. Also a cat. It's so good to see you. I thought the last three were a little suspicious. They're a little too quick to sacrifice themselves, you know what I mean? You guys at least listen to reason. But what brings you here? How long have I been out? Did you get the letter?
Yeah, the letter is while we're here.
Okay, now what did it say exactly verbatim? I must know. It's a trick. People in my dreams don't know what I... Wait a second. He realizes, like, his faulty logic as he's explaining this to you and goes, "Aw. Well. Shit. Well, I have no way to know you're real besides you smell like me, so... You're real!" He flutters his wings as if it settles that.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are we dealing with here?
Well, I told you I absolutely had to take a nap for this next part of the mission to work. Right? Squint eyes at Marlene.
Uh-huh.
I did not, in fact, just lick myself. Only for a few minutes. But not the entire time. I had a nap. But anyway, this is the dream. I found a key in the lockbox of a certain pirate that wasn't using it at the time. It's mine now. That's the important part. It's mine now. And, well, ever since I stole it, I've been able to enter these strange places and, well, you see the craziest things and you get to take the funnest items home sometimes. Anyway, I'm here for the Crown of Storms and you need to help me.
The what?
Well, you see, while you lot were getting supplies and moping around the cave, I had the greatest plan, and I've been dreaming about how to enact this plan. And I need the Crown of Storms so I can stop the winds near the reef while we escape. Just long enough for us to leave. What say you?
Alright, we gotta go in there and get something for the tree stump anyway.
Oh, excellent. What did... Wait, tree stump. Are you talking to a tree stump? Are you following another leader? Said with all the conviction of like a cat asking if you're cheating on him.
No, in fact,
Begins
he
sniffing.
just wanted us he wanted us to find you and help him find something so that he can, help us rescue you because he was so worried.
Right. Circles you, just
deception?
sniffing the whole time.
Do I need to roll deception?
Yes, go roll deception. That's enough. Well, I don't smell any other leader on you, so absolutely I believe you. Ah, you only smell like perfection. And sea salt. And slime. You always smell like slime, though.
And harpy blood.
Well, last time we entered this place... Is that what that was? It smelled delicious. I thought you had some chicken without me. Ah, chicken. I'd kill for a chicken. Anyway... We have to... I just know it's somewhere in this forest. This forest is like a moat surrounding a castle. Right? We just need to get through it so we can get to what's inside. And that is the crown of... Wait, what is the thing you promised this creature was the crown of storm? We need that, Marlene. We need that.
It was vague. He didn't even know what the hell he wanted, but it's hopefully not the crown.
But I told you I was questing for the crown. Oh, just sighs and like becomes like a cat puddle on the ground of patheticness. Well, let's hope he doesn't need the crown of storms.
All it said was it sensed something in your dream that it wanted. It wasn't sure what it was.
All right. It was vague, I'll give you that.
But if we didn't agree, then it wasn't going to let us into your dream or out.
Wait, Huh. It was threatening you. Okay, I respect it. I can get behind that. I can see the logic there. Threats. As if he's found a new leadership technique that he's slowly digesting.
If you threaten me even once, I'll scruff you.
No, darling, I'm far too small to, physically threaten anyone. No, I have to use my rapier wit. It's pointy, you see.
More like... I was thinking more toothpick wit, but, that works too, I guess.
Wait, are you scared of going into the forest too? Because we've been talking a lot and not going into the forest. I don't want to go either.
Well, if that's where we need to go, let's go and get this over with.
I'm gonna scoop up Colleen, squish him to my shoulder, like you know how you hold a cat, and then start walking towards the forest.
You pick up the winged puddle of the winged fluff puddle, and immediately hug it up to your shoulder, and he just kind of droops over you. I hope it's not the crown of storms, he says, still going on before you trundle into the dark, strangely underlit woods of this nightmare.
It'll be alright. It'll be alright. We'll give you a nice little treat when we wake up. We got quite a lot of supplies.
Excellent, we might make it. I can't wait. I want to get home. I'm a king, you know. Well, Grand Duke, same thing.
Uh-huh.
You'll be sorry, but if we get through this, I'm going to knight you all. Starting with you, points to Snaffle. You always knight the biggest ones for us, but don't worry, I've got you, Marlene. You're my favorite. Alright, go and give me a perception check. Or actually, give me a survival check. Snaffle, and then Marlene, give me a perception. That is not particularly great. Would you like to use your inspiration on that?
Sure.
Dude, what's with all the 16s?
Yeah, 16 seems to be today's number. That's
How almost many? 4 in a row.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, we've had 15s and 18s. Just that ballpark.
I was gonna say, pretty much we've been rolling about the same the entire session. I roll low, you roll high. You roll low, I roll high, and it's all been about either 15 to 19-ish.
It's 40% of our rolls has been just 16s. It's crazy. All right.
It's been crazy.
I mean, this is all you, Marlene. You were dreaming of success when you entered the dream.
Listen, she always dreams of success.
So you enter this forest, and all the shadows just bear down on you. What little light does come from the ground, you're grateful for, because it does little more than just illuminate that you're in a forest, but does little to actually show you where the treetops are, where the predators are. Every once in a while, you hear the distant call of some herd creature, the snapping of a twig, or perhaps a bone, the low growl of some predator. It is not a pleasant darkness. So, what's Snaffle's worst fear?
Unfortunately, you already know this one. He has 2. Falling from great heights and big fucking birds.
As you're walking through this nightmare wood,
Damn it.
wish I would have known that more, because I forgot about that, or I would have done more with the harpies, because I forgot about the birds. As you're going through this forest, there's a moment when, like, the distant calls and growls seem to transform, as if it slowly shifts from growls and grunts to just distant screeches and squawks. The sound of twigs snapping replaced by the flutter of distant wings. The wind picks up. And you find yourself suddenly, arrestingly so, at the edge of a very violently violet cliff face. The rock here is dark and smattered with amethyst-like crystals, giving it all this sort of vague purple glow. And you're staring about 100 feet down, leading the way. And about 100 feet down, you see the tops of more trees. So you know there's some distance there, because you haven't seen how tall these trees are. And when I say the tops, you're mostly seeing the glow that's coming from the cliff face illuminating those treetops. So everything is big and leafy and grassy and thorny and in this strange magenta violet light.
Marlene, this is not okay. I don't like heights, and I hear fucking birds.
All right. I also hear.
I don't fucking like it. I don't fucking like it.
It's fine. It's fine. Just don't go near the cliff, and I'll shoot any birds. I'll just snap them out of the air. It's what I'm good at. It's fine.
Can everybody do me a huge favor and roll initiative?
Uh-oh.
Fucking birds, fucking birds, fucking birds.
That moment when you have Kalain roll initiative, just because you want the weird stuff to happen on Kalain's turn, and you get a 6 and a 7. Let's see, who are we waiting for? We need... you guys both have ownership over Kath's sheet right now. So, if you guys could be so kind, is if we do get into combat, if you could elect one of you to be the button pusher, that would be awesome.
I could do it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Jesus, these initiatives, 12, 8, 7, 6, we all suck.
8,
Plus
7,
5
6,
to initiative
5,
don't mean
3, 9.
shit.
Bro, I rolled with advantage. I gave myself advantage. And it's just like, no, you get a 7. It's like, damn. So this is going to be a skill challenge.
Oh no.
As we overcome the nightmares of the Nightmare Wood. Which I believe this thing is actually called the Nightmare Wood. Yeah, I did call it Nightmare Wood. Excellent. I don't know if you can see the name of the map or not.
So I apologize in advance, Marlene. I did not build this character to be a skills character.
See, that's funny because I definitely intend to skill monkey quite a bit later on.
See, we all carry each other. Alright, so you're staring down this cliff face. It's not okay. You can feel yourself kind of clamming up a little bit. The fear that you might have is intensified in this place. As if this nightmare realm just takes the shadows of your dark thoughts and just elongates them in your mind. The wings, now distant, seem to be getting closer. And you're not sure if the treetops will save you. But you need to get down this cliff to go where you're going. So,
All right.
what's the first step in overcoming your fear? Snaffle?
So it's going to be a little on point. But Snaffle is more afraid of the wings than he is of heights. So he's going to like listen for the wings or the flapping, the screeching, the cawing. He's going to look down, look up into the darkness, look down and go, "All right, Snaffle, come on. It's time to shell up. Let's do this. We need to get down there. We need to get down there. Come on." And we're just going to start climbing.
All right.
So the first one's going to be athletics.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Wingstop.
So with those distant wings definitely not seeming to stop, you just immediately begin snail trailing your fucking way down this cliff face, just doing your best, jumping from crystal to crystal, just brute forcing your way. If you need a handhold, you have the weapons. You just take it. You have a magic scimitar. That's not gonna, scratch or break if it has to make a rock hole here or there. And you're just going as fast as you can, brute forcing this and overcoming it rather well. You're making great time. But Marlene, you know something's coming.
Uh-oh.
You know something's coming. What's Marlene's greatest fear?
So she's got some of your typical snail fears, but they're minor in comparison to the fear of drowning.
Okay.
Which
That's
has
not
been
going.
a small constant thing, but
That won't take effect right this instant. But right now, you know enough of how Snaffle's acting, if not Snaffle himself, to know that this is one of Snaffle's great fears. How are you helping him tackle this fear and also escaping those beating wings that are now suddenly filling your ears?
well, shit. He's scared, and I'm kind of getting that feeling. But the way I see it is, if somebody goes first, or at least if somebody makes it down first, they can give a little bit of assurance to him. Right? Look, see, I did it, you can do it too, kind of thing. A little bit of a morale boost. But in order to do that, you have to actually get down there. And she's a snail. She's a snail with a very curvy, very round shell. I had the idea to hide in my shell and use acrobatics to just roll down the cliffside. Find the steepest part that isn't just flat, like sheer cliffside, and just roll down it.
All right,
With
go
acrobatics.
ahead. Go ahead and make your acrobatics check.
I'm going to inspiration that. 19.
All right. You immediately just kind of roll up into your shell. I don't know if you pried it. I don't know if it was always meant to be, or if this is just something. We're going to say you just have one of the roundest shells, and out of all of your snail folk brethren, and you just tuck in and immediately just begin rolling down this thing like a wheel. Now, it's like one of those things when you see the snail rolling or the barrel rolling down the hill, and you're like, oh, that looks bad, and then you kind of cut to inside the barrel and it's just screaming. Maybe it's kind of that. I'll let that be up to you. Like, what do we see when we cut back into the snail and see Marlene?
He's fucking screaming.
Just as you're just screaming down this incredibly steeply sloped cliff. It's not completely sheer. It's at a slope, but it's not a very easily climbable one. And as you're rolling down this cliff, you hit the trees, and you could just tell that they're breaking your fall just a little bit. And as you pop out of your shell to land onto the ground, artfully striking a pose, it's only then do you realize that you're on a sinking ship, and these trees are growing out of swampy water. And you only have a few seconds left before you too are in that same swampy water. Meanwhile, it's the forest's turn. I didn't want to put the forest on initiative 20. I just wanted it to be like its own little initiative, so it's like, it'll be clean. As you're climbing down the cliff, you gaze up. By the way I'm going to do this, sorry to interrupt my own narration. I'm only going to have you really roll for Coop to act on these if one of you fails. Because we just need 2 out of 3 for these to succeed. Alright?
Alright.
So as you're going down this cliff face, Snaffle, making short work of it, there's this moment when all of the wing beating, all of the squawking, and everything just fades away, and you're just left with this silence. There's just nothing but your own thoughts in this cliff face. And it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. This nightmare's over. And we're gonna skip over Coop. It's all going to be okay. Snaffle, you didn't see what happened to your roly-poly companion, Marlene, as they landed. What does Marlene shout back up? Because you wanted to shout encouragements, if I recall correctly. So what are encouragements is Marlene shouting, if any, to Snaffle right after you land?
He's ignoring the ever-present sinking, and she's just shouting, It's alright, I made it down, see? It's easy. I'll catch you if you fall.
I'll leave that up to you if you believe Marlene or not. Alright. You're almost down the cliff face. You're almost in the clear. Alright, Snaffle, what are you doing?
I feel like the sudden silence or the fading silence, however it happened, would make Snaffle extremely paranoid. But the fact that Marlene is now calling up like, "Hey, it's fine. I'm down here. It's all good." Still a little on edge, so he'd probably want to roll a perception check to see if like the forest is fucking with him or like did everything go okay. Like he's extremely paranoid right now.
Okay, first we're going to do a series of things. First I'm going to ask you to make an intelligence check. Saving throw? Intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay, that's an 11. Alright, so you go and roll your perception. You're going to be at disadvantage on this one, though.
Damn it. Perception. Disadvantage. Oh, no. Damn it. No. There you go. 9.
Alright. That has to do with what the forest did to you. The forest basically used a power.
Makes sense.
The silence seems to linger for a moment as you look around looking for anything out of place. And you're so glad you did. because as you look down, you can see a break in the illuminated trees, and through that break, you can see Marlene enshrouded in that faint violet light, standing on a sinking boat that looks surprisingly like your coffin pontoon boat, trying to keep it together as that coffin ship is sinking. And you're almost there. So now you know you need to save. Well, you don't need to save Marlene, but you know you're going into water. As you're preparing for that, you do finally hear the sound of rock scraping above you. And as you turn your eye stalks, maybe some of them, maybe all of them, maybe your whole head, I don't know. You're weird. You can see this gaunt, feathery something. It's got a twisted beak. It's got bird eyes, but they're sunken, they're hollow, they're just points of light and darkness. The feathers are matted. You don't know how this thing could use it for flying. It really can't. It's like a bird, but it's not. And it's crawling towards you.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
And as you see that, that's when you're going to kind of lose your grip. And Marlene, you kind of see the other side of that, because you can see Snaffle looking at you. You can see something shadowy on the other side of Snaffle. But it's only when Snaffle turns his attention to that shadowy something that you two can see this not quite creature, not quite bird, land creature, not quite bird, step out of that amalgamation of darkness. And then you see Snaffle fall. There's a moment when Snaffle hits all the branches kind of going down, lands in the water with a heavy splash, and now all you see is kind of just darkness, Snaffle, as you're in this dark, muddy nightmare water. So you did fail by 5, which is why you.
That sounds about right.
You're gonna take a little bit of damage. You're gonna take some falling damage, but it's not gonna be like 100 feet of falling damage. It's gonna be appropriate.
And on the way down, all I hear is shit, fuck, ow, fuck.
Oh shit, fuck, ow! It's gonna be 13 falling damage.
Oh.
As you kind of fall, ow shit, fuck! So you could see bits of your shell like chipping off and flying away. You land heavily into the water with a splash. Everything dark, everything's cold. Meanwhile, Marlene, your last little precious bit of dry ship is about to be subsumed beneath the murky waters, and you also see nearby Snaffle bubbling up where he had just hit the water a second before. The water itself is terrifying. What will Marlene do?
Oh god. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh god.
Exactly.
That was a lot of shit to happen all at once.
So I felt like I had to narrate that for 5 minutes off one die roll. It's like, no, so much.
No, that was everything happened so much, and now she's like on the brink of fucking drowning. Her brother's drowning. She's not keeping a cool head, or is she? She wants to. She already did acrobatics. She can't do that again. At least not without penalties. Ideas. Spells do I have again? With Mage Hand. My brother's too big for that. That's not going to help me. So she's going to I think she's going to try to find a pocket of dry land to jump to. Possibly so that she can lasso her brother and pull him out of the water. But I don't know if that's perception.
Make a charisma check. This isn't part of the skill challenge. This is for another thing.
Okay, charisma. Wonderful. That's a 6.
So you're looking around, trying to find parcels of dry land. And every time you think you see some, like by the base of a tree, the second you lock eyes with it, the very shadows of this place seem to like loop up like tendrils of nothingness and pull it down, one by one, erasing that particular bit of choice. There is tree, but there's no actual like dry land for you to suitably use. You would need to use the tree or branches.
That's athletics, and her athletics is shit. But maybe she could use her arcana instead. Clearly there's some magic fuckery. Maybe she can see through it enough that she can identify a place that might be more sturdy and stable, just maybe trying to see through any illusions or magic that is in the surrounding area. Arcana is one of her better roles.
Okay, so you want to use Arcana, and to do what exactly?
I guess, like I said, to see through the magic that's happening, because clearly there's some dream bullshittery magic happening.
Alright.
Just to kind of maybe identify areas where the magic isn't so all-encompassing. Areas that might not be as affected by it.
Alright, yeah, okay. Go ahead and give me a, go ahead and give me that Arcana check.
That's a 7.
You guys both still have your Strange Memories ability, by the way, which does add a D6
I will
to
do
skill
that.
checks.
I will do that. I will do that.
Say,
11.
I think you would have needed to roll like a 6, but
Hey, that's what gambling. I would really like gambling, but it didn't work, so it's fine.
I wanted that 5-star loot box. Alright, so you turn magic against this place. You begin harnessing it, pulling it in, weaving spell after spell, empowering yourself in ways that you've only, well, to be honest, really dreamed of. This is dream. And you're starting to realize that things work a little differently here, a little more freely, a little less rigid than traditional magic, especially the wizard, intelligence-based magic you might be more used to. And there's something about this place that just resists it at all costs. Like the gate spoke earlier, you try to bring order into chaos, and chaos rebuffs it entirely. You can see something in that moment. There's a method to this madness. There's magic at work, but this entire plane is magic. There's nothing real about this. It's pure thought and dream. But that realization slips from you, just as the last bubbles from Snaffle disappear beneath the waves. You failed by I think the DC on these was 13.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like 13, so you would have needed to roll a 6. A 6 plus 7, yeah. Alright. The darkness twists and turns, gaining the upper hand. So right now you're at like one win, 1 loss when it comes to the rounds, if we're counting that. We're not gonna do Coop right now, because even if Coop were to succeed, you both have failed. So the darkness begins to sort of get the upper hand. Shadows are lengthening even more. The water's becoming thicker, more quicksandy. The more you struggle, the more the depths seem to pull at you, Snaffle. And now, Marlene, as you're starting to also sink beneath the waves, as it were, or get onto the branches, or whatever it is you're doing, you can tell, like, wherever you place your slime, your slimy little your snail feet, it's just as if this whole plane is trying to drag you down into this nightmare. Let's see. Go and both of you give me wisdom saves.
Barney's not having a good time.
Marlene's having a bad time.
Marlene is having an awful time.
Alright. Marlene, you currently have the frightened condition. Though it's more like you're frightened of the plane you're in. So none of the real frightened conditions. This is more like narrative frightened condition, right? It's not going to really affect you mechanically, per se, because we're not in that kind of fight. But you do have that condition.
Alrighty then.
You lay in this quicksand water. Your lungs are burning. You're desperate for breath, but there's just wet darkness around you. You can feel it slipping into your skin, under your skin, as it were. It's starting to invade your mind. You're getting something strange is happening. And how are you going to fight it, drowning as you are, Snaffle?
Alright, so at this point, this is more for narrative than anything else. Snaffle would rage knowing that he's in danger, his family's in danger, and he's tired of the bullshit. So he would rage and make every possible attempt to get back above the surface of the water, which I'm assuming would be athletics. There's not really much else I can do.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're really good at athletics, so go for it. Yeah, so that happened.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Snaffle rages against the dying of the light, and literally begins to just... I mean, there's no eloquent way to say this besides viciously attack the water. Snaffle has declared war on the environment, and the environment's not winning. You rage and you pull yourself out of this murky water, fingers snapping into the nearby trees as you pull yourself out. You see Marlene struggling nearby, darkness just overwhelming their shell, like thick ropes and tendrils of just nightmare pulling Marlene down as they begin to succumb to their fear in this horrific place. But you're angry and you can see this thing dragging your friend down. Even Coop is nearby, like stuck in a tree, muttering to himself, saying, "Mama, it's alright, it's alright." But you have your feet. And you're not scared. Not anymore. Alright. As Snaffle pulls himself out of the darkness, Marlene finds themselves in darkness entirely. You're experiencing your worst moments. Every fear, every doubt being played manifest across your memory. Every victory souring in your mouth. But you know something's wrong. You know you're in a nightmare. So how do you fight a nightmare?
That's a good question. She's kind of focused on flailing and trying to grab something. anything that she can to pull herself out of literally one of her worst fears. But maybe with a nice sleight of hand check and some clever thinking, she can grab a particularly sturdy vine or tree root, use the dream to her advantage, use her skills to her advantage.
Oh, there are plenty of vines and tendrils and other spiky things for you to grab. Go ahead and bake your check, whatever you desire it to be.
Sleight of hand, let's go. 22.
Oh, geez, you guys are blowing this one out of the water finally. After
I went out of the water, so.
The second round was rough, but this third round, we're taking it back. So yeah, Snaffle explodes out of the water, and you can kind of see that. And just that, composed with your own, just gotta pull yourself out of it. You reach up, forcing your will seemingly onto the world around you. A vine snakes down and coils itself around your hand, and you pull with all of your strength, forcing this nightmare scape to pull you out of the water. Same water just moments ago it tried to drown you in. But you grit your teeth and just keep pulling. And then soon you find yourself on a shore. It's like you escape the water, you escape the shadow, the flapping of wings, the strange, eerie silence that settled over this nightmare forest. All of it's gone. And when you break through that shadowy water, when you overcome those fears, you find yourself on the edge of a friendly little pond in a very tranquil, strange little meadow surrounded by trees. Someone, you don't know who, has set up a camp on the edge of this. An A-tent, a crackling, happy fire. The nightmare is gone. Is this the dream? We shall see.
Where's Kalain? Is everyone alright? Ugh.
I'm right here, darling. I've always been right here. Ah, my adoring fans. Thank you so much for rescuing me. He crawls out of like one of the smuggling compartments in your shell, hiding the entire time.
I hope my roll down the hill gave you vertigo.
Oh, it is absolutely dreadful. By the way, you might want to clean that compartment. I tried, but the water only did so much, he says, giving you like a sorry expression.
I belly
Come
flop.
on! Are you alright? I didn't... You took a nasty fall.
I belly flopped. I didn't like it.
Ooh. Oh, please tell me the worst of it's over. That wasn't right.
Well, as long as you guys are okay. Oh.
Oh, I'm doing absolutely dreadfully. Oh, I'm soaking wet. I'm covered in... What is this? Gore? Kind of pokes at the shadowy stuff that's like sticking to him. And then kind of gives up and walks over to the fire. But at least it's warm here.
Whose camp is this?
Marlene's still standing on the edge of their worst enemy.
I cannot move.
Oh, really?
I cannot move my token. I have tried.
Paralyzed in fear. Can anybody else move?
No.
Okay, so try dragging your tokens out.
Side note.
I can't do that
halflings-
either.
Nope.
Oh no, I fixed this. Thought I fixed this.
Let me reload real quick.
Me too.
But yeah, halflings have advantage against fear effects.
Oh,
I just saw that, so I forgot we had it. I keep forgetting we technically used halfling as our quote-unquote race.
same.
So it's strangely like deleted the character sheets from the thing. I had to reload.
Oh.
Yeah, I still can't move or pull my character or anything.
Well, did you guys reload?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's configure ownership. Oh my god, this is weird. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go through and delete your tokens on other maps. Because that might have done it.
Okie doke.
Oh, wait. I forgot it in combat in the other fucking room.
Yep, I can move.
I forgot about that. Whoopsie.
Yeah, there I go.
Thank you.
So fucking Coop just kind of crawls up, like out of the water, and crawls over by the fire. That was a wickedly bad fucking experience, guys. I have no interest in doing that again.
Hopefully leaving is easier than getting here.
Well, we still have to find the Crown of Storms. I can't leave without it. He's like just a pathetic little cat puddle next to the fire now.
I know you want your crown. Don't push it right now.
Okay, I'm not pushing anything. I'm just letting you know that we have our priorities.
Our primary was finding you. Now we'll try and get the crown.
Kalain just looks at you and kind of nods.
And then we gotta figure out what that damn tree wants so we can leave.
Yes, you promised him some vague item of power, if I recall correctly. Is that true?
No, we promised it what it wanted, which it didn't know, just that it was here.
Yep, something in your dream.
The hell do I have that a tree would want? Well, anyway, I'm going to take a nap. Please do not... Wait. Can we take a nap at the dream? I'm going to find out if I could take a nap. Watch me for a minute, will you?
Sounds great.
Kind of curls up next to the fire.
If we put his paw in water in a dream, will that double the effect, or?
Right about now, I'm tempted to see if his fur catches fire. But let's not. Let's try and get everyone back whole. Plus, if he gets wet again, he's just going to complain.
It's true, I would.
Alright, well, if we're gonna take a small rest here, I'm getting my shell and assess the damage.
Your shell's like a little roughed up. Seen some better days, but nothing a little polishing and tape. Some kind of adhesive would certainly help as well. But other than that, it's just fine.
Little
I
glue
meant-
and nail wax.
I meant whatever the hell he did inside my shell.
Oh, he definitely like cat puked all over one of your stealth components. He tried to clean it up the best he could, but he used the muddy like quicksand water, so now it's just a compartment full of muddy quicksand water.
If I roll sleight of hand, can I discreetly use his tail to clean up this fucking mess?
You could do that without a roll. You just use his tail to start cleaning up this mess.
Yep.
Alright, let's take a quick breather.
It's quiet and peaceful. Just sounds of insects and night. You look up and you can see that strange, starless void that seems to permeate the astral. Well, at least this part of the astral you're in, but you're in the dream now, and there's still no stars. No moon, no sun, no anything to give light, save for the trees and the water. Occasionally you hear the little plop of a fish. Something breaking the surface. It's peaceful here. You feel like you could rest. Would you like to rest?
I feel like this is a Dark Souls prompt.
At the very least, I need a short rest.
I wouldn't mind a short rest.
You may certainly click the short rest button. Alright, so you all take a short rest. Like, what do you do? Do you get like a bite to eat? Like, get a drink? Like, what's going on? Like, how do you spend your short rest?
Eating and cleaning and making sure my shell's in okay condition.
Alright, do you have a water skin or are you using the puddle water?
I have a water skin, I'm not drinking that. I almost drown in it.
Alright, you have half a gallon, and it's almost all entirely contaminated by muddy water.
You'll pour it out. You think that water's safe to drink? I'm thirsty.
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Good point. She'll drink the pond water.
Oh, is that your healing? I was like,
It was.
what's the roll for?
So it won't let me click on hit dice, so I'm just going to subtract one, hopefully. Maybe not.
Oh, check behind your sheet, because when you click short rest, it should have a prop to come up to spend hit dice, I thought, but maybe it doesn't.
So it does, and it says auto spend hit dice until they run out or health is full. Oh, there's a roll button. I missed the roll button.
Yeah, it's by the drop die, I see it.
Alright, let me roll it just so it takes it. There we go.
You spend a short rest, an hour looking around, cleaning yourself off. Marlene, you come to the realization pretty quickly that almost everything you've had on you is corrupted in some way by that foul nightmare that you just escaped. The water looks clean. You can give me your survival check if you want to test it or take some great time in seeing if it's safe.
16. Okay, we're back to this. All right.
We're back to the 16s. We've been dancing around it by 2 or more, but okay. So you begin testing the water. It's pretty clear. Like, you can see several feet down. It's not muddy. There's not a lot of stuff in it. There's fish that live here. Other than that, it seems alright. With your survival, there's nothing here that would immediately point out, like, oh, this water's bad. Aside from the fact that you're literally in a plane of dream. That's the only real ick that you would get out of this water, per se. That and the fact that there are an ecosystem in it.
Snail, though, that's fine. I'll take a drink.
Alright, you lay down, take a drink. Then I add you all to initiative.
God damn it.
Damn it, Marlene.
You told me to taste!
I said there's only one way to find out. I didn't say do it. Totally kidding.
As you lean down and you begin drinking the water, I'll just roll Kath. As you begin down, you lean over, you begin drinking the water. However it is, you drink it. But the important part is, like, when you actually look at the pool, and you're looking through at the clearness of it, the light from the nearby trees hits in just a way that for a second the water becomes like a mirror. And while you're drinking that, you kind of lock eyes with your reflection, and you see yourself. But you don't see yourself as you are now. You see yourself as you would have been a couple of hours ago had you succumbed to whatever event you had survived. That nightmare escape down the cliff and through the water. You see a Marlene that's waterlogged, rotten, been left unrecovered for some time. And that other Marlene begins to step out of that reflection.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Did I find art for zombie snails? You're goddamn right I did.
Oh, that's terrifying.
They've got to be on the edge of the water.
Oh no, I don't like that I'm actually in front. Uh-oh.
It's like you still have the bonus action dash though, right?
I do.
Bonus action, disengage, run away.
Which one of you would like to take over for Kath? Is it you, Marlene? Did you say?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I couldn't recall immediately if it was, but you fucking Raz, you nailed initiative, holy shit. So this other Marlene, this other Snaffle, and this other Coop begin to drag themselves out of the water. All rotting, all clearly coming for you. Marlene, you watch yourself groan and approach, but it is your turn to act. This thing is dead and slow. You're very alive and very fast. What are you doing?
Well, first off, yeah, bonus action, I'm going to disengage 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll just show my movements. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to take a pot shot at this one. Because I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
You you lower your arrow to shoot at Zombie Coop. Or
Yeah.
you have some aggression to work out on Coop or something, like... Just immediately, like, Zombie Coop just turns to you as you're walking away, just follows you. And, like, it opens its mouth to be like, hey. And then just arrow immediately, like, pierces it, knocks off its lower jaw. Just immediately his snail form is, like, flopping around on the ground. But it's still moving.
That's not even my... That doesn't even use my... or have my sneak attack attached to it.
Which is
Which
also
I don't
doubled.
think... Yep, which... Do I get sneak attack?
No, he's not
Yeah, I'm
fine.
within 5 feet.
No, he isn't.
You
So
shot
I
this
would not
one,
get-
right?
I shot this one.
Yeah, you're not assassin, sadly, because I think
Oh.
assassin you'd have the you go first, so you'd have advantage.
Yeah. So, no, it's a 12. I don't get crit sneak attack dice, sadly, but should have aimed for myself.
You should have, man. Alright, so, like, Zombie Coop just kind of, like, stands back up, his snail slowly riding itself, arrow sticking right through, like, his lower, where his lower jaw was just a moment before. Now it's just an arrow with a tongue wrapped around it as this thing's looking at you with, like, a broken eye stalk, and one fully erect eye stalk and one that's, like, halfway up and then broken and, like, at a 90-degree angle.
Oh, man.
See his prepared spells. Alright. That is Marlene's turn. We're on Coop. I think up to 3 within range. Yeah, you know what? He will cast Bless on all 3 of us.
Okay.
So he's holding concentration on Bless. And
move away.
Yep, 5, 10. Move over here. And that will be Coop.
Okay. Coop just basically says everything's going to be okay, you know, Mama loves you. And just immediately you feel like you're just embracing a warm hug, even as these terrible creatures surround you. Kalain the Great, he is going to fly away.
The great mighty coward.
You absolutely have this, Snaffle. I have complete faith in you. He's going to use his action to allow you to use your reaction to make an attack, if you so choose.
Oh, yeah. I'll go ahead and hit this guy right here.
Marlene. Hitting zombie Marlene.
Yep.
Alright. You lift your mighty Scimitar. Your +1 Scimitar.
He's gonna crit on me, watch.
Make sure I roll that at advantage. So 15 for 10.
15 does hit.
And then my Frenzy, an additional 2d6 for 6, so 16 damage.
Let's see, is there a way I can mark these? So... We're going to say the one
You
with
have
the
to
frightened condition is Marlene. We're going to say the one with the sleepy condition is our resident drug lord. I don't know, is there an angry face?
Pretty sure there is. Where's the effects? There's the one that looks like he's raging, the paralyzed condition.
I'll just give you grappled.
That works.
Alright, So you immediately, like, just frenzy. You just get so angry and you unleash it all on... Is there anything Marlene did in their past to, like, make you so angry at them? Because you just practically cleave poor zombie Marlene in two. Just barely holding on, separating Marlene from the shell and the corpse. By all but just a few gory tendrils. Marlene looks at you, both baffled and stunned, broken and bloody.
Ain't about the tomato soup incident, is it?
No, I just know you hit hard, so I was trying to make a logical choice.
You know what? Fair. If you
Plus,
move
I saw
over
that one.
here.
Yeah, I will. But I can't move. I use a reaction, not a turn. Plus, that was the first one I saw.
So
That's the first one I saw.
Can I rename these guys in the initiative, I wonder? I cannot. Okay. Okay, so Zombie Marlene looks at you, drags their broken and barely held together zombie form over here, grabs like a little short sword from a hidden compartment that perfectly mirrors one of yours, and immediately like shanks the shit out of Snaffle.
Rude.
It's very rude. You're at 2d6 sneak attack damage, right?
Yeah. But also maybe, hey, don't do that.
So it's it's gonna slam. Do you have anything that will lower or make me reroll?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Did you crit?
No, it's not that bad. I came close though. I have to manually roll. It's the 2d6 sneak attack damage.
Hey, maybe don't do that.
It's okay. He's gonna cut the 22 down to 11.
I'm not raging.
Oh, then you're gonna take 22.
I was gonna say I only got a reaction. I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
rage.
Oh no. Yeah. Zombie Marlene has sneak attack like regular Marlene does.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe don't do that! Oh no!
And then Zombie Marlene's gonna bonus action disengage.
Hey, maybe...
But Zombie Marlene is a lot slower than regular Marlene and can only move that far. So you just watch as, like, Zombie Marlene, who's, like, pulling themselves up, literally just, like, zombie crawls over to Snaffle, picks himself up, immediately just, like, fucking short sword through the back of the spine coming out the chest, and then just wanders over, all emotionless, all like... just fucking going straight for Marlene. Meanwhile, speaking of knife problems, immediately rage.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even a question.
Immediately rage. Like how much
Gonna move
health? What was your health max?
41.
Oh, okay.
So that did more than half my health.
Oh god, yeah, for sure.
So immediately raging, moving in between the two, and now knowing that they have our same abilities, I'm gonna try and kill myself before they can rage.
Let's not take that out of context.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Snaffle, kill yourself.
Horrible time to have a pause, by the way.
To be fair, I meant the zombie version of myself.
I know. So you just,
But yeah.
you're just like, oh. So
Yeah.
you get between zombie you, which is to your bottom right, and then Coop.
And zombie Coop, yep. And I'm going to try and knock out Myself.
Before your self rages.
Exactly. Do as much damage as I can while I can. So again, reckless attack.
Oh my god, can you imagine if you both rage and like the whole fight could be
I
over
missed.
and it would just be you two slap fighting each other? No, it has different stats than yours.
Oh, okay, cool.
What is its armor class? Its armor class is 8.
All right, and then
It's not
obviously
an exact
frenzy.
one-for-one copy.
So that's 11. Offhand attack.
That hits.
For 11, and then the nick property, so I get an additional attack. I'm sorry, I have to subtract my strength modifier because I don't have dual wielding. So that
Yeah,
11
so
will,
that's a 6,
will
yeah.
become 6, and that 8 becomes 3. Oh, wait, shit, my rage damage is +2. Okay, I'm sorry. So the first attack, 7, becomes 9. Because I don't know how to do the rage modifier on my attacks.
I got it. I'm at that point where I'm calculating I won't die, I'm a zombie DCs more than I'm actually calculating damage.
Fair enough. But yeah, so the 7 becomes 9, the 4 becomes 6, the 11 becomes 6 plus 2 is 8, and the 8 becomes 3, 5.
Alright, so the 8 becomes 5. Okay. Sadly, okay. So you just go in and immediately just become like a little fucking whirlwind of attacks, immediately cutting into yourself, just time after time. Bits of your strange reflection falling off, only to like flop around on the ground. But at the end, your bloody, cut, and beaten self remains. But you know yourself. You know, like even as a zombie version of you, this thing is pretty messed up. There's not a lot keeping it together, besides some kind of resilience. Some might even call it undead fortitude. Meanwhile, you rage. You're gonna 1 hit point rage. Oh my god, that's gonna cut the DCs down on this guy too. I didn't realize that. You are not at 4 health. You are at 1 health. Okay, so you watch as this zombie like version of you just gets fucking angry and it lifts its cleaver into the air. It has none of your grace, has none of your fighting style. It's like it's a reflection of you, but it's a zombie kind of weird reflection of you. So when it brings the scimitar down, it's bringing it down more like a warhammer, more like a slam than a cut. So it's still gonna be pretty brutal because you frenzy. Frenzy's what, 2d6?
2d6, yeah.
Alright, let's see if I hit you. What's your armor class?
You do have advantage.
Okay, so I got an 18 then.
Okay.
Everyone. Okay, so how much is your frenzy? I got actually pretty good damage. So that 22 is going to become an 11. How much is your frenzy? 2d6?
Yeah,
Kitty,
wow.
kitty, 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 kitty.
How the hell did it do so much damage?
Its base
Damn.
damage is 3d8 plus 1 instead of...
Damn.
It's got base slam damage, not base weapon damage. Like I said, it's not an exact copy. It's still a zombie. It's just a zombie with some special abilities that mirror yours. So that 7's going to be a 3. That 22 is going to be an 11, so that's going to be 14 damage total.
I'm in danger.
Oh.
Oh wait, 15 damage total because plus 2 because of rage. Forgot about the plus 2. So what's 1 more damage? 15 total.
Yep.
Right.
I have
Now it's zombie. Now it's zombie time. Zombie. Oh, your zombie friend, and by zombie friend I mean zombie Coop. Oh my God, Coop's got so many spells. All right. Maybe we don't tell Ross what I did to you guys, just in case I want to do it to him later. I say on video that's being recorded. Okay, so everybody's within 30 feet. Okay, so he's going to Radiance of the Dawn.
Oh no.
So as a magic action, you present your holy symbol. Expend one of your channel divinity. He's got 2 divinities. Just see the damage. It's 2d10 plus cleric level, which is 3. Okay, so please make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is literally 13.
Bradley got a 7.
Alright, so it's going to be full damage for Bradley. This is Radiant. And it's going to be half damage for you, Snaffle. And could you please... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I got Snaffle and Coop mixed up. Full damage for Coop. Half damage for Snaffle. Full damage for Marlene.
Wonderful.
Pretty sure that's gonna knock me down regardless. Unless you roll like minimum damage.
Yeah, he got fed. I feel like this is going to height.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you roll minimum damage?
No, he rolled max.
Oh!
Okay, so let's see. So that's going to be 11 Radiant to you. And that's going to be, let's see, 23 to Coop. Coop's going to be 3. Coop needs to make a concentration check for bless.
I will do that.
Yeah, use yours, not mine. I accidentally clicked the thing that popped up.
12.
Alright, cool. So you're all blessed. Wait. Okay, good. Did you add your blessed to your saving throws? Marlene, roll a d4. Because you can make it if you roll a 4.
Alright, it rolled as Ross for me, but I rolled a 2.
2, I see it, yeah. Underneath the Cath, it'll say Raz is the roller. That's how I know.
Yeah. So, no, I don't pass.
Oh, no. Okay, so you watch as Zombie Coop just, like, lifts up this mangled holy symbol and just... Pff, Radiance of the Dawn, just damage everywhere. And Coop is not happy. Nobody's fucking happy about this. Just everybody's fucking wounded. You're watching as these zombies are, like, chasing you down. Fucking... Snaffle falls to the ground, just unconscious now. Still breathing, even as the zombie version looms over him. Everything's looking terrible, Marlene.
This is is bad.
Without taking the steady aim action, though, I don't think there is anybody you can sneak attack, so...
There is not. I'm gonna aim for Zombie Coop again, though. No, because if I do that, I can hide from Marlene. That sounds funny. Can we all agree never to piss off Coop, though? Like, if we survive this?
Low-level clerics are brutal, bro.
Clerics are brutal.
Yeah, just in general.
Yo, I was looking on Coop's sheet for my short bow. 18 on Zombie Coop.
18 on Zombie Coop, alright. He is down to 1 health.
All right. Then she's gonna
Have to make a
5,
DC.
10. What?
Oh, I have to do a thing.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to hide. 17.
Okay. So you literally fade into the shadows. I'm so sorry. You fade into the shadows of the tree, watching as you do so. Coop, Zombie Coop and Zombie Snaffle just looming over him. Zombie Coop takes a mighty hit from your arrow, another arrow slamming into his head, seemingly not even really noticing, focused solely on actual Coop, much like Zombie Snaffle seems to be focused on Zombie Snaffle. And Zombie Marlene seems to be staring right at you, regardless of your hiding. Is there anything else you would like to do this turn?
Oh no, that was Marnie's movement action and bonus action. I had her move into the bushes.
Coop.
I had 2 ideas.
It's Coop's turn, man. It's Coop's turn.
I had 2 ideas for what I could have Coop do. Either use a healing spell to pick you back up, or he could Radiance of the Dawn back.
Do the same thing. Fight fire with fire.
Yeah, he just needs to move... I move 1 closer. Yeah, that gets everybody in, so I'm going to move a step closer. And I'm also... Where is his Radiance of the Dawn? Is it in, features? Yes, it is. He's also going to Radiance of the Dawn.
Alright, let me roll 3d20 real quick. You know, for that half damage, I'm definitely going to... Oh, I rolled it. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at this roll, guys. I gotta show you this. Look at these rolls. See, it comes back around sometimes. I don't always roll max damage, and then it not balance out. Alright, so Coop just raises his representation of Mama Maddie up into the air, and just a warm glow fills everything. This is an emanation, right? So it's gonna be on him. Is that gonna hit everybody?
Yeah, everyone was within 30 feet.
It'll be emanating on him, but I stepped forward specifically so that Marlene was in. Yeah.
And immediately you watch as Zombie Coop just turns to dust.
Get the scary ones off the battlefield.
Like immediately is destroyed. Marlene and Zombie Snaffle turn towards Coop. Their undead eyes blinking once. Marlene, your left arm kind of falls to the ground, only for Zombie Marlene to pick it back up and kind of reattach it. But they seem to still be standing, though Zombie Coop has become nothing but ash and memory, floating slowly down to settle upon an unconscious Snaffle.
Heck yeah. That is Coop's turn.
Alright.
Wait, hold on. That is Radiance of the Dawn is an action, right?
Yeah. It's not a spell if you want a healing word him up.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, am I dumb?
Well, it's a magic action, and I don't know how magic actions... I don't think they work for bonus act. Like, I think you're good to just healing word like old school.
Yeah, healing word.
If they change the wording, I don't think the interaction changes at all.
Yeah, the wording I think is the same. Within 60 feet, healing word on Snaffle. 8.
See, 8 used to be such a good healing word. Now it's like you almost roll minimum.
Right. But he's at 8 HP now.
I like how our minimum is like close to the old max. It's crazy.
Right? I like 2024 healing. A lot of my 5e proper dungeon masters are just change to the 2024 healing spells. They do
very
more.
least, yeah. Alright, it's like a warm hug embraces you, Snaffle. And you look up and you just see Mama Maddie smiling down on you, and then all of your fucking 13 eyes open at once, all immediately turn to zombie Snaffle, who's looming over you. Immediately, Kalane's like, "Oh no, we're doomed! We're all falling like flies! You! Do something!" Points to Coop, because he can't see Marlene. Coop, you can take an action, but it can't be a magic action. It has to be like, you can make a... you can move, you can make a melee attack, or you can make a range attack. Kalane doesn't realize that your friend is awake. Snaffle's awake.
What actions can Coop do in this state?
I mean, doesn't he have a range attack?
He should. Let me check his inventory, because I don't think...
I mean, I think he's only got like cantrips.
Yeah, he's got cantrips.
He's got Oh, right, cantrips. Can he do cantrip?
No, this one specifies it has to be like a ranged or melee attack.
Well, he does have a dagger. He can throw that.
Hell yeah.
It's not going to be the most or the best thing Coop's ever done. I don't think. I mean, it does 6 damage on a 16, so that can't be too bad.
Like zombie Snaffle is bearing down on regular Snaffle, just getting ready to raise its broken, like, chipped cleavers, and just as that happens, just a dagger slams into the side of zombie Snaffle's head, and zombie Snaffle doesn't seem bothered at all as zombie Snaffle bears down. But zombie Snaffle is a future problem. Now, it's zombie Marlene, and despite you hiding from everyone else, zombie Marlene has only really taken their eyes off you for a second. That was just to react to the radiant. Zombie Marlene has followed you this entire time.
Alright. Well, let's see her actually catch up to me.
Zombie Marlene pulls out a short bow. Takes a steady aim.
She can't steady aim if she moved.
Oh, wait, she can't. Fuck. Marlene walks over, doesn't take a steady aim, turns, and fires at Coop. Armor class 17. I could miss. Alright, instead of... This is going to be -3. Does not hit Coop. Zombie Marlene sighs. Turns back. Bonus action.
Bonus action hide, or...
Bonus action dash to get into melee with you.
Oh. Okay, then.
Snap. I mean, they're still zombies. They're not smart. Snaffle.
Hello.
You're awake. Whatever
Yeah.
happened in the last couple of seconds, you don't know, but you do open your eyes just in time to see zombie Snaffle bearing its cleavers down on you.
Well, it's time to rage again. And then we go whack, whack.
You're just so upset. How dare this false, rotting imposter do this to you?
Alright, so first attack will be for 9 damage. Halved, I'm assuming. Second attack will be for, let's see, what did I roll? A 4, so 6 damage.
You still have your frenzy to apply to one, right?
Correct, and I'll do that to the first one.
Well, you only have those 2 attacks? Because you have Nick, right?
Correct, so I technically have a third attack.
I'll let you save it for Nick, in case it crits.
Alright.
I'll check the wording and see if you can actually do that later, but for right now, why not?
And then, oops, sorry, undo. Undo. No. So it's a 6, so that'd be 8 damage. Ignore that crit, it's just 8
That's
damage.
9, 11. Okay.
And then Frenzy for 5 more.
Alright, what was your first instance of damage?
First instance of damage would have been the 7 plus 5, so
Okay,
12.
Second, so third. Alright, so basically what happens is you just start wailing into this creature, just blow after blow, landing, tearing parts of it, just sending it off, like just tearing parts of it off and sending it into the nearby woods, splooshing into the lake to be eaten by the local fish. Fog begins to rise from this lake. And at the end of everything, when all of this is done, your last attack strikes true, breaks the spine of this zombie reflection, and sends it crashing to the ground. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna go help out Marlene over here, so that's as far as I can go right there.
Alright, Marlene.
So it's stepped in melee range with me.
I did.
That is an interesting pickle. I need to look at some wording on something. Let's see. Gotta be within 5 feet of the target. I can't really do anything to try to get sneak attack because it's within melee of me. But I could. I have a melee weapon, so I could hit with it. Actually, hold on. I hit it last time. No, I hit Coop last time with my short bow, didn't I?
Yeah, you've hit Coop a lot.
Listen, he was the biggest threat on the battlefield. Clerics are scary. But I'd have to show my short bow to shoot. So instead, I will go ahead and... I don't think she can make an opportunity attack on me, can she? Because she's also got her short bow.
So you're not disengaging?
No, I'm just taking a step back. Unless she can... Well, even if she can't... Actually, can she?
Zombies always have a slam. So...
Alright, yeah, no bonus action disengage then. I'll take
I
a
only
step back and then
only
take
said that after you move, though. That's the little definition
okay.
of metagaming. Like...
Oh, alright, that's fair. Yeah, she can go ahead and try to hit me.
Yeah, so... Yeah, as it's a risk. It was a risk.
Calculated risk.
It could still miss. They're zombies. They don't have a high to hit. It's like plus 30.
I don't have a high AC. I've got like 16.
You got saved. I'll show it. Reveal to everyone. Oh, why is it not?
Doesn't want to.
Oh, okay. Usually it's at the bottom, but it was putting it at the top this time. So I rolled a 10.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So yeah, you do move out, and it does lunge for you, but it's a slow thing, and you dodge out of the way. But that does answer your question. Even with a bow, zombies still can hit you if you walk away from it. But you have the distance now. You're good.
I have that, and I think Blast adds a +4. Or a D4, so that's 13.
You hit it. Our class is 8.
Alright, cool. 7 damage.
Alright, it takes 7 damage. Let's see. This is the last one. How do you kill it?
Just a pot shot into its snail, whatever. I guess it's a neck. It's not an impressive shot.
You knowing your own weaknesses, but you're bloody, you're bruised, you're barely hanging on to life. And as you see this inevitable, like, future, what could have been, like, this is you if you succumb in this moment to this rotting corpse. You raise your bow shakily, it shoots, slams into the center of your own head, where you fall, listless and dead, at the ground.
Oh. Alright then. Okay, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have drank that water. God damn. Oh boy. Oh wait. No, I would have had the movement to do that, because we're still in initiative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have had the movement to move over here. So, that's my turn.
Okay, you're, let's see, you're 20 initiative?
Yep.
Okay. So that will be, it will actually be, yep, their turn. So, the last of the zombies are dead. What is Coop doing now that the excitement is over?
5, 10, 15... 5, 10, 15, 20... 25... What does Coop have in terms of healing? Because we don't really... We are busted the fuck up. Hold on. Let's see. Second level. Takes 10 minutes. You know what, honestly, I don't know who he... All of us are busted the fuck up and we need healing. But my monkey brain goes, prioritize big thing, hit hard, take more damage.
You'd probably prioritize the tank, yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, so, this is a cure wounds for, Snaffle.
Can he get in the melee?
Aw.
Yep, he can.
Okay, cool.
Oh wait, no, he can't. He
yeah,
can't, actually. I moved 20, 25, 30. He would be here. Can I hold a cure wounds for Snaffle to come to him?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, he'll hold cure wounds and say, hey brother, come over this way.
You know, Claims is like, oh, thank God that's over. I'm just... Oh, that was dreadful. You guys did so wonderfully. Thank you. You guys are the best right and left hands Tressum could ask for. Alright, and finally, Snaffle. Coop's just motioning. Hey, come... Sorry, lost my voice. Right, come here, I'll heal you, bro.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
You're gonna move to Coop and get healed, I take it?
Yeah.
I rolled a 16, so if we want to keep that one, that's good. If not, I can reroll. Hello?
No, you're good. You can keep that roll. Unless you want to reroll, like, was it a good roll? Like, it's fine. It's kind of average, actually.
Yeah, it's an average roll. I just didn't hear any responses.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I was looking something. I was sorry. I was in DM mode. I was in tab looking. That's fine. Like, you can reroll it if you want. But if you want to reroll it, you gotta take the new one.
It's average. It's fine. Rather not risk it. My rolls as Coop have been hit or miss.
I know, they seem to be all over the place.
I'm just gonna take the W's and not risk too many L's.
So I got a roll, but he has his initiative pre-rolled. So ignore this roll unless it happens to be the exact Nope. He actually goes at the end, so I'm gonna update you.
That's terrifying. That's... Why is that there? Who is that? Hello, little snail.
So as you're getting healed by Coop, in the center of this pond that's still shiny and reflective, with all these beautiful little dreamy birds and motes of light rising from that reflection, is first a skull. It's not a small skull. This is the skull of a giant, large enough to conveniently be used as a shell, with ram horns dotting the side. And out of the mouth of this large giant skull, you see what could most easily be described as a ghost snail. It glows a soft green. It's slightly translucent and full of necrotic taint. Or necrotic energies if you're not a Puritan when it comes to magics being inherently good or evil. But either way, this ghostly snail rises, looks at you all, looks at the zombie snails, and then nods. You have movement and an action left if you want to take them, Snaffle. I didn't. Did I move? I forgot to move you off the turn, so I'll just say you can go. You'll be the first one to react to this new creature.
Do they initially seem hostile?
It's one of those things where you see it rising, you have a moment to act or not to act, but it's not really a moment to immediately know if it's hostile. You can take your action to roll insight, sort of like an observe in detail, I guess, is how I would do it.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and do that. Insight. There we go. 15?
So as this creature looks at you all, as its ghostly gaze meets yours, especially the mini-eyed gaze of Snaffle, you get the feeling, especially Snaffle, that this creature isn't necessarily out to kill you, but it is going to kick your ass.
Well, that's unfortunate. I guess with that being said, with my bonus action, I will keep my rage up, and I will move closer to try and minimize the distance I have to travel later. Hopefully, I don't know. Let's go that direction, I guess.
Alright, so basically you just know this thing's like, it's gonna do something, and you start immediately just side running along the shore. Meanwhile, this creature now looks at all of you. You did well to intrude upon my dream, but it's time to get out. It's going to cast
Eye Stalk of Death.
Eye Stalk of Death. One of its eye stalks looks at you, sir. And by you, I mean Snaffle. And some form of magic begins to spiral around it before it opens its ghostly eye, and a line of fire suddenly fills the air between you and it. have to... Okay, it didn't make the die sound. Okay, well, I started off with a 24. Is that correct? Okay, I rolled a 19. So it's 24. Are you raging still?
Yes.
Okay, do you cut fire in half?
No.
Ah, you're not that kind of barbarian. So you do
Nope.
take 7 fire damage.
Okie dokie.
And then, with its other eye stalk, it points towards the zombie of Marlene, and a gentle wave of healing quote-unquote light, overwashes the zombie, and it begins to stand back up.
Oh no.
But I can't roll as well as you. I rolled 8 on my not cure wounds, but healing word. Where are you? Accidentally dropped it on Coop?
Oh boy, this is gonna hurt.
All right. Meanwhile, Marlene, it's your turn.
Well, I don't like that I stood back up. But because I don't need to move to get away from it, I'm going to steady aim. That's Coop's sheet again. Steady aim with my short bow. That should be an advantage. So 19. That's 9. That would take it down, I think, but I'm gonna do sneak attack anyway.
And you're firing
rolled
at your zombie self again?
Yep, at Zombie Marlene.
Alright, immediately you just turn, shoot Zombie Marlene as Zombie Marlene's standing up. Zombie Marlene immediately just takes an arrow to the head, right next to the other one. Eyes roll back up. You just kind of hear yourself like, not again, and then thwack onto the ground, gone again. Meanwhile, the spectral smell is like, well, that was unfortunate.
Am I close enough to the tree line to take the bonus action to hide, or?
You would need a
no, wait, I used my
move.
I used my bonus action to steady aim.
Yeah.
Yeah, so never mind. I am there.
You still have movement, though, if I recall. Oh, wait, you steady aim. You
Steady.
can't move, yeah.
Steady aim takes my movement down to 0.
Yeah, I haven't quite. I don't immediately think of that when I think of steady aim yet. Soon. All right, Coop. Snail with the spells. Okay, you have spells too.
Who? Yeah, but he's got like spells that aren't completely selfish. All of my spells are selfish. Coop has 2nd level spells. That's Marlene's sheet. Cool. I'm great at this. Spells. Let's see. I have to look through what he's got prepared. Scorching Seep. I think he's a bit too far for. I want to play aggressively, but I don't. What would Coop do?
That's such a good question. What WWCD?
Yeah, exactly. What would Coop do? Let's see. I kind of want to give this guy a taste of his own medicine, but at least two of us are aching. So Stoic, Scorching Ray or Healing Word, somebody else.
Do you have another channel divinity?
Let me see what his channel divinities are. Let me look at Cleric, because Cleric... I think he only gets one per...
I couldn't
Channel
remember if it was one or
divinities.
two, so.
You can channel divinity, start with 2 such effects. You can use... Oh, I can use channel divinity twice. He's got divines. No, that's a different one. What kind of cleric is he? He is...
Light cleric?
Light cleric, so let me... Light PHB 24. So he does have channel divinities that are like just cleric. That's divine spark and turn undead. You can put your holy symbol within focus divine energy. Roll 1d. That just restores HP, but it's a magic action.
Honestly, he'd probably just heal himself so he doesn't drop. And that
That's actually...
and that way he can heal you just in case you drop.
Yeah, I can do that. So he's going to point his holy symbol at Marlene and use Divine Spark, so that's 1d8 plus my wisdom. Where's the d8s? It's d10. And his wisdom is plus 5, so that's 7 on Marlene. That puts her up to 8.
Woot.
And then I think I'm going to have him... Sorry, Percy is mad for some reason. I'm going to have him cure wounds himself, but I'm going to upcast it so that he's doing a bit better. So he gets 29. Oh, that puts him at max.
It does, yeah. That was such a good roll. He's got 7 and 8 in there.
Yeah, okay. That will be Coop's turn. He will actually move closer. I lied.
Like, Coop's feeling
We'll
real
move-
fucking good right now.
He's like, it's all good. Sorry that took me so long, because I have to plan Marlene's turn, and then right after it's him, and he doesn't get the same...
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And then I keep looking on Marlene's sheet for his stuff, and vice versa.
How about just for ease, it's not going to affect too much. I'm gonna swap you and I'm gonna swap Soic and Kath on initiative. That way you have a little bit of a break before you, because you'll have.
It's good.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah. I have to get used to this because I'm going to start dungeon mastering on Saturdays come the 14th of next month. So balancing shit like this is going to be a good skill to build up a little bit of.
Helene's just panicking. Oh no, what are we doing here? Oh my god, and he's going to... I gave him nothing but support skills.
Maybe if he came and actually supported us. Instead of going for milk every time a fight happens.
Gonna fly over there. Guys, I believe in you. I believe you have what it takes to serve me in the best way possible, which is right now defeating that thing. He's going to use an Inspiring Presence ability to give you all 1d4 plus his charisma modifier and temporary HP.
Alright, hold on. I forgot to increase Marnie's HP to 8. So there we go.
Alright, everybody, and that is, hold on. Yeah, that's everybody. It's going to hit everybody. Everybody gains what is it? 5 temporary HP.
Alright.
That's right. I rolled the second lowest I can possibly roll on a D4.
This is wonderful. Coop's having a great time.
I believe in you. Do right by me and destroy that thing. Meanwhile, Snaffle. I believe in you, Snaffle.
I just realized I was muted. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can reach this guy.
The water is difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'll be just short. I'd be like right there. And I don't know what this damn thing can do in the water. Well, at this point, fuck it. And all I really can do is huck a hand axe.
Alright, go roll it.
I do believe Reckless now applies to it, though. Let me double check.
I wouldn't be surprised, because that was a pretty popular house roll in the 5e.
When you make your first attack, doing so gives you advantage on attack rolls using strength. So yes.
Yeah, go for it then. Reckless.
Let's fucking go.
And I do believe I still get my frenzy as well. Yeah, the first target you hit using a strength-based attack.
Which would crit, so that's what, 46 now?
46.
We have 9 plus 2 rage damage.
Let me just roll 4d6. So that'd be 14, so 25.
I love it
Level
I
3.
love it as a DM when you're like, I'm going to create this really hard win condition, and then you nail it on like round 1 or 2. Technically, it's round 1 because he hasn't got his second turn yet. So like you literally like you start wading through this this reflective pond towards this ghostly like skull-shelled snail, and as it looks down on you, you just throw. Is it a hand axe or is it some like kitchen utensil? Like, what are we working with here?
I would imagine it would be like the equivalent of like a chef's knife.
Okay, so just like you just throw a chef's knife and it just fucking rips through its spectral body and like sticks into the skull shell, which is now wobbling like and making a noise. And the snail kind of looks at the knife, looks at you. It's going to approach you 5 feet.
I'm in danger.
It's going to take out a pair of is it glasses? How would you glasses? Snail glasses, basically.
Molasses.
Which is basically just like 2 monocles that are like tied around each stalk. And it's gonna peer at you. Oh my, you're a snail. Why did you say so earlier? Welcome, welcome. The condition was getting within 10 feet.
Bro, that's just like talking to me.
Oh my god.
And the combat is over. Oh why didn't you tell
Marnie.
me? I haven't seen one of Maddie's ilk in ages. And just like that,
Wait.
the combat's over.
You know Maddie?
Yes, of course I do. I'm a snail. All snails know Maddie.
Fair point. But who are you?
I'm Madeline. She waits, expecting you to recognize the name.
Do we?
Maddie's sister?
Oh, no. Goodness gracious me, no. More like of a big fan. Also a distant cousin, twice removed. You wouldn't know me, though. Different families.
Got it.
What brings you to the dream? I didn't realize You are here? I haven't seen one of Maddie's ilk in ages. Come, tell me everything. I simply have to know.
What the hell's going on?
Kalane's just like not down with this, just like flying circles around the edges of the camp. I don't believe this. I said destroy it. Now it's being nice. Ugh.
Here,
It's a
kitty.
I'm not coming just because you call me Kitty. It's undignified. Immediately come straight over. Yes, I'm here.
Works
I'm here.
every
Wait.
time.
Ah, you tricked me, and I fell for it. Ugh. Meanwhile, Madeline, who is a ghost Snell with the skull shell, just kind of ghost slimes her way over to the benches and kind of sits down. Welcome to my camp in the nightmare.
Oh, your camp. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, I hide in the water because it makes intruders. Nobody looks in the water first. How did you like the mirror thing, by the way? I thought it was rather dramatic.
I was about to ask why you sicked a dead version of ourselves on us.
Oh, it's a spell I have. It's quite nasty. I really thought the smell would destroy you. See, it has a little nasty trick to it, but you seem to have figured it out pretty quickly.
I didn't figure shit out.
I think we just got lucky.
Oh my. Well, you did get lucky then. Well, kudos to you. The trick was you could only kill the version of yourself, you see. So no matter how many you try to kill the other person, you're never going to win.
That sounds about right.
Probably, just give a little advice. Make that a little bit harder to accidentally stumble upon with luck. Don't have the copy, hard aggro. It's original.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. What is your... Let's all introduce. My name's Madeline. What's your name? Gestures to Marlene.
I'm Marlene. I'm one of Maddie's daughters.
Oh, bless your heart. It's so good to meet you, Marlene. And what about you? Motions to Snaffle.
Hi, Snaffle.
Nods. I presume Coop is going to introduce themselves.
I'm Coop.
Well, now that we all know each other's
Fred.
names. Looks at the cat.
Fred, Mama Maddie's light. This is Kalane. He's being a little persnickety because he fell for the piss.
Well, it's so good to meet you. I haven't met one of Maddie's children in the dream in a rather long time. Well, settle up and get cozy. We have a lot to talk about. And that's where we'll end our session, because it's after 10. And
Hooray!
10 is the new cutoff point.